Back here on the Main Event Broadcasting Network as we head to the third overtime. Patrick, in case anyone's forgotten over the past 2 periods, explain to us again the rules of overtime.
For overtime, no matter how many times it happens, it is a 5-minute period, sudden victory. First team to score will get this W, and each team gets 1 timeout per overtime period. So in the past 2, we've seen the winner of the faceoff take it down and step in the box, and the coach will call a timeout almost immediately. So probably look to see that right here.
So we've got some issues being worked out on the field as the Hawks will bring in someone else for the face-off.
At the end of the last overtime period, there was a penalty. Huntington will be facing off man down going into the third overtime.
So that is Glenn Troxel who comes in for the face-off, or not.
Delay of game called against the Hawks. Giving up on that face-off, taking too long to recognize what happened.
So Lister sends it across to Ryan Tessler. Tessler working against Troxel on the far side of the field. He'll opt to go back to Fulham. Fulham with 5 goals today. Boyer with it. Little stutter step dance move. He'll toss it back to Brent. Over to CJ Asmus. Asmus opting to go back to Boyer here on the near side. Boyer charging in. Halts his motion, comes back out, and a flag will be thrown. It's the Ferrum bench getting loud. Boyer and Brent tossing it back and forth. Brent gets it back to Asmus behind the cage. He'll go back to Asmus. He'll look to try and get it inside, but Christian Smith comes away with it for the Hawks. So the penalty being relayed to the table. We'll get that to you in a moment.
Slashing called against the Hawks. Giving the Panthers another man-up opportunity late in overtime. Always a bad thing to be man down, but man down in the third period of overtime.
Fulham with it now. He'll send it over to Frank Boxley. Boxley back to Fulham. They'll come back over near the near side of the field. Boyer now has it. He'll get it inside. And the game-winning goal goes to number 9, Josh Brent, the sophomore, being surrounded by his teammates, throwing gloves, throwing helmets. Your 2015 SEILC champions, the Ferrum Panthers, the number 1 seed. They come back from an almost impossible deficit, being down 12-4. They end up taking this one 13-12, triple overtime. Patrick, we could not have asked for anything better, a picture-perfect ending.
The only thing I would change about today is the weather. The rain was kind of getting irritating with all of the technical difficulties it caused us, but great fight from both of these teams and a great way to finish as well. Brent there just wide open on that backdoor look, finds the corner. He finally gets that corner. He's been looking for it all day. You could see it on his face as he took his helmet off. He was just elated, just so excited that he was able to do that for his team.
And the Hawks, what an incredible game they played. It just wasn't in their favor there at the end. They put up 12 through the first 3 periods. But after that 8:57 mark when they scored that final goal, Ladarius Williams netting it for the Hawks, unable to do anything from that point on. But what an incredible game they played. Very well done by that coaching staff, by Andrew Carey, getting his players ready to come and face a very good team in the Ferrum Panthers. But Patrick, you can see that celebration continuing there with Brent. What a heartwarming moment for these guys, being able to take home a championship.
Yeah, it's definitely a great thing. It's awesome to see, too. That's the one thing I love about the sport of lacrosse is everybody bands together. Your teammates, they're always there for you. And these guys, you can see it right now. The Huntington guys, they're together in their loss and their family still. And these Ferrum Panthers, great win for them. And they're just so elated all together. But you can just tell that they are brothers out there, and they are hugging each other, having a hard time sorting out whose equipment is whose down there. But
yeah,
other than that,
it all got thrown in the air.
Yeah, it was like confetti. As soon as that goal went in, everybody's running to the corner. Unfortunately, you guys couldn't see the dog pile that happened on Brent here in the corner, but it was quite an exciting thing. Great job there by the Ferrum Panthers, coming back from such a deficit to get the W today in the championship game.
We'll see these two teams show sportsmanship as they go by and congratulate one another on an extremely well-played game on both sides of the field. It was such a pleasure being able to bring you this inaugural SEILC Southeast Independent Lacrosse Championship. We will stick around. We'll take a quick timeout, but we will have the SEILC Awards Ceremony coming your way right after this here on the Main Event Broadcasting Network.